A panicked Prince Harry is reportedly desperate to make last-minute changes to his memoir, which is set to release in just over a month. Reports indicate that the Duke of Sussex received an advance of half the £35 million deal before the print and release of his book, but it appears the royal has cold feet. A source speaking to the source on Sunday said, the publishers paid $20 million up front because they knew whatever was written would be huge for sales and exposure all around the world. But the first draft they received was disappointing as it was a bit too emotional and focused far more on mental health issues than they wanted. Eventually, the final draft has been finished and signed off, and a lot of money and energy has been spent to make sure it comes out this year. Royal commentator Charles Ray warned Prince Harry to ditch his book altogether following reports he's set to change certain aspects of his memoir after the death of his beloved grandmother the Queen. Charles pointed out to GB News hosts Ann Diamond and Stephen Dixon that the memoir will need to be sensational to justify Harry's reported earnings from it. Charles commented, Harry is supposed to be doing some changes to his book, so they can tone it down a bit. Well, I've got one change that he could do: scrap it, just don't publish it, Harry, give the money back. It's a lot of money though, isn't it? Ann questioned. It's reportedly 7 figures, that's some millions. If it was in advance or a lot of it was in advance, they may well not be able to give it back. It's going to be a big decision for them to take. It is a big decision, and you're absolutely right, and the publishers obviously are paying, if it's 7 figures, which I quite believe it is, he continued. They're obviously wanting something for the money. They're not just gonna want to stroll down the road and say hello to various people, they'll want some sensational bits in it, so we'll have to wait and see. They were reporting earlier on, when Camilla was the Duchess of Cornwall, that he was going to be critical of her. Now that she's queen, it will not go down at all well. It wouldn't have gone down well before, but it will really something that will make sure that they're even more apart from the royal family. Stephen added, he's aware now if this book goes ahead, and it is damaging in the way we're expecting it to be damaging, that's it, there's no coming back from that, is there? The royal expert agreed, but pointed out Harry may not be concerned about the book's possible consequences. I'm not sure that he actually cares anymore, Charles claimed. We saw what he was like when he was already here for the Queen's funeral. He wanted to take Meghan up to Balmoral. He was told he couldn't, he missed the flight with the other members of the royal family, he was the last to arrive, didn't eat with his father or the new Prince of Wales, and then was gone, the following morning. We saw him in Windsor, which he shared with William and Catherine. They were great pictures and they looked good and everything else, but it's a ceasefire. Nothing else more than just a ceasefire, the royal commentator concluded. Elsewhere in the interview, Charles questioned Meghan and Harry's popularity both in the US and UK. Charles began, people in this country are getting more and more fed up with him, and from what I'm gathering, people in America are getting fed up with them as well. All they do is moan, Anne quipped.